And welcome back to lesson number 3. Now before, just as a quick review, we went through subjects and predicates and the thing that a sentence needs. It needs a subject and it needs a predicate and it needs to make a complete thought. So it needs to have somebody do something and make the whole thing make one whole complete thought. We looked at what a subject was, we looked at what a predicate is, and then we looked at modifiers. We looked at adjectives and adverbs, and we looked a little bit at how adverbs can modify another adverb or an adjective. In the example, the rude walrus, he was very rude. That's a paraphrase, but the point is very modifies rude. Now here's another thing we can do, is a direct object. So far we've just had subjects doing something, which is what we call an intransitive verb, which is a verb that doesn't do anything to anything, it just is. I sing, I run, I sleep. These are actions that stand by themselves. A direct object is something that you do something to. So I crashed my car, where it crashes the verb. What did I crash? The car. Little Ollie eats healthy food. Eats is the verb. What does he eat? He eats food. So these are called transitive verbs, where the action of the verb is taken out on an object, which makes sense, which is what we call the direct object of the verb. So how do we diagram them? It's actually pretty easy. First, we'll do this first sentence. Drawing our little lines, always doing every little bit first, the same order every time. Subject, what's doing something? I. What did I do? I crashed. And again, it could be a sentence right there. I crashed. That's basically all that happens. But if you want to be more specific, you give it more detail. And that's what we do with language. We're trying to make sure that people understand exactly what we mean, not kind of what we mean. So we've got the subject and the verb. We can cross those off. So we know about modifiers and stuff, right? Now, could you say the car is modifying crashed? Sort of, but not really. I mean, it makes a certain amount of sense. I'll grant you that, because it's telling you what. But it's not. But because it's car is a noun, which is a person, place, or thing, or idea in the case of abstract nouns. But car is a noun, it's a thing. It can't be used as a modifier. So what we do is we call that the direct object, because it's the thing that our verb is acting on. So maybe I'll extend this line a little bit. And we put this halfway line that's basically straight up. It doesn't go all the way through like this. The only one that goes all the way through is the line that separates the subject and the predicate. And that's important to remember, because later on you'll get some slanty lines and some other things. And depending on how far the line goes and what direction it is, it means different things. So, I crashed car. Okay. You'll notice we've got verbs, pronoun, noun. Things go on the flat line. And then verbs do too. And what about my? What's that kind of word? My is what you call a possessive pronoun. You could say the car of me, but that's, or the car of Sam if you want to go with that, or Mr. Worden, whatever your preference is. But that's wordy, so we use this pronoun, which simplifies things, my. And it works like any other adjective. It tells you which car. Did I crash your car? No. Crashed my car. Boom. Subject, verb, the thing the verb is acting on. A little line, and it just tells you which one it is. I crashed my car. You could put a little period there. Alright, we got that erased. We go back and do number 2. Little Ollie eats healthy food. Ollie, as you may or may not know, is my dachshund. We also call him Doot. That's D-O-O-T. So, first, subject. Or sometimes, you look at it first. Who's doing something? Ollie eats, right? That's the basic thing here. So, Ollie is a subject. Eats. Now that we've done that, we can just start looking at the words and deciding what goes where. We can go with little. What does little do? What does it tell you about? Little tells you about Ollie, right? It's a descriptor. If it's a descriptor, that means it's a modifier. And if it's telling you about Ollie, then it means it hangs off of Ollie. So, little. Boom, that's gone. What does healthy tell you about? It tells you about food, right? He doesn't eat junk food. He doesn't eat French food. He eats healthy food. So we can't deal with healthy until we've put food on there. So we do food next. And again, it's this direct object. What is food? It's the thing he eats. Eats is the verb. It's transitive, meaning the action is taken out on something. So it takes a direct object. Put the straight line here. Food comes next. Cross that off. Always being careful to do our part. What kind of food is it? Like we've just said, it's healthy food. There you go. There's your whole sentence. Little Ollie eats healthy food. Ollie eats food is the basic sentence, right? Then you've got your modifiers that just tell you a little bit more. Little Ollie, he's a wiener dog. He weighs 9 pounds. He's not a big dog. He eats food. We care about our dogs. We give them good, healthy dog food. It's healthy food. I should impress upon you one more time that it's important to try this out a lot on your own. Create little sentences. Find things that fit this mold. Experiment with adding different kinds of modifiers on. Come up with questions that maybe this part doesn't make sense to you. Run into snags and stuff. But do that. Just practice with it and start to notice when these kinds of sentence patterns are appearing in things that you read. And that's all for today. Tune in next time for complements, predicate adjectives, and nominatives. Ooh.